Ulstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hello and welcome into Lisbon, North Dakota. Some Class B Region 1 boys basketball coming up here in North Dakota. I'm Jacob Tenson. Joining me in a bit will be Jack Olson running camera for me. Special thanks to him. So this matchup featuring the home team Lisbon Broncos coming in at a record of 5-7, 4-4 in Region 1 against the Northern Cass Jaguars, 7-7, 3-2 in Region 1. So two teams close here in Region 1, 5-7, 7-7, 4-4, 3-2 for their respective teams overall and in the region. Last game for Northern Cass came just on Saturday in a win versus Hankinson with a score of 78-63. And as for the Lisbon Broncos, their last game also on Saturday was a loss against Ellendale, 68-51. I feel like it's been a while since I have done boys basketball, since we've broadcasted these Lisbon Broncos. It's only been a 2-game break. I've only missed 2 games of theirs. In those 2 games, it was that loss to Ellendale on 68-51, and then also the other game that we missed was an OT win versus Sargent County with a score of 66-62. Last time that we had your Lisbon Broncos here on yourliveevent.com was a loss against Oak Grove on January 19th, with a score of 77-64. Some big news for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Coach Bryce Laxtel, got his 100th win on January 15th with the score of the game against Mayport CG, 56-49. So big congratulations goes out to Bryce Laxtel. 100 wins. That's a big accomplishment for a coach. So one little marker point to strive for a coach. Something to note in this one, the Northern Cass Jaguars, their roster is basically all seniors and juniors, 4 seniors and 7 juniors, so then just 1 freshman and 1 sophomore on the roster. So a ton of experience for the Jaguars, having those upperclassmen on their team as compared to the Lisbon Broncos, only 2 seniors and then a handful of juniors, otherwise a couple of freshmen and sophomores litter the roster as well. So both teams average around the same amount of points per game, so you never really know what you're going to get when you have 2 teams that are close like that. The Lisbon Broncos average 54.5 points per game, whereas the Northern Cass Jaguars average 56.8. So just a little bit above those Broncos. We'll step aside, bring you back some more. Look ahead to the game here. You're watching yourliveevent.com.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
Welcome back into Lisbon, North Dakota. We've seen a lot of action of Lisbon so far this season. Once again, only 5-7 on the season, 4-4 in the region. So looking to go up above 500 here in this one in the region. Hopefully, 5-4 record for them after this one. Me personally, last year I watched the Northern Cass Jaguars play. It wasn't a loss against Richland last year, and one thing I noticed was the incredible play from Jace Crockett, the senior for the Northern Cass Jaguars. He had, I believe, 25-ish points, somewhere around there, and he hit a couple of deep threes. And I just found out earlier today that he is committed to the University of Jamestown, so he will be extending his basketball career going forward. So something also that I just kind of see from warming up here is the Broncos, as we know, like to get the ball inside, feed the post between Robert Adam and Caleb Olson, as where it looks like there's a couple big bodies in there for Northern Cass, but it seems as though guard play will be a big factor in this. As I mentioned, Jace Crockett, the 5'9" senior, as you see, he's warming up. He's shooting at least a couple feet behind that three-point line. So I would expect a bunch of three-pointers, or at least a decent handful of three-pointers coming by way of the Jaguars. We'll step aside as the national anthem is coming up here in a little bit, and we will get you back for the tip-off. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric, powering life.
Welcome back to Lisbon, North Dakota. So your starting lineup first for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Starting at a forward, a 6-foot senior, number 0, Colby Vanderwall. Starting at a guard, a 5'10 junior, number 1, Jack Metzger. And starting at a guard, a 5'9 senior, number 2, Jace Crockett. Also starting at a forward, a 6'1 junior, number 15, Camden Van Wetchel. Starting at a forward and rounding it up, a 5'10 junior, number 23, Brock Carpenter. And now for the home Lisbon Broncos, starting at guard, a 6'1 junior, number 2, Rodney Olson. Starting at another guard, a 5'10 junior, number 10, Caden Sweet. Starting at another guard, a 6'4 senior, number 22, Parker Runk. Starting at forward, a 6'3 senior, number 32, Robert Adam. And starting at, rounding up the center, a 6'4 junior, number 40, Caleb Olson. So those are your starting lineups. And looking like the team's talking over here a little bit. Something else to note, I noticed that Jaden Bittner is in a walking boot, and he's not wearing any street clothes, or he's wearing his street clothes, so he will be out for this one. As talking to Coach Kim Mark a little bit before, Cameron Opp looking to like he'll play a little more action here in this one. The freshman, number 4 on the bench there. So Parker Runk and Vanderwall will tip it off here for this ball game. So jump ball coming up underway here, and won by the Broncos. So Sweet will bring it up as they go quickly in inside. Olsen makes a nice move but loses the handle. They're saying it's tipped by Vanderwall. It'll stay with the Broncos. So the Broncos still with possession, still plenty of time on the shot clock. Sweet, a little bit of a weird hesitation move. I thought it could have been a travel, but playing on, and we are. Broncos with the ball still. Olsen top of the key. Now Sweet. A little bit of a 2-3 zone being played here by the Jaguars. Rodney Olsen with it. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Runk fires a 3. That one's good from the corner for Parker Runk. So first possession results in 3 points for the Lisbon Broncos. Something that the Broncos struggle with is that 3-point shot, but not showing it there on that first possession. A 3-pointer from Jace Crockett now. Looking to answer. He's way off the mark. Rebounded by Olsen, as the Broncos will slowly bring it up. Sweet bringing it up, getting it in to Adam. A nice backdoor cut, but Runk misses the nice, easy layup. A great play, but just not able to execute on it. There's now Metzger with it. Gets it to Vanderwall, left wide open. Doesn't even think about shooting. 23 now with it. Carpenter out to Metzger. He drives, stops, back to Van Wetchel. Thinking about a 3 was Carpenter. Now spinning and losing the ball, but throwing it to his teammate. A 3-point shot underway. That's good. Brock Carpenter responds with a 3. So 3-3 early here in this one. So now trading threes on possessions there. Looking, the Broncos will fire a 3. That one's no good from Caden Sweet. But rebound by Parker Runk. He goes up, and that's no good too. Looking at the ref for a foul, but nothing called. As now Metzger brings it up, gets it to Crockett. Guarded tightly by Sweet. Makes a move. Jump shot from the free throw line. That's good. So Jace Crockett, as I mentioned, the Jamestown commit, with 2 points there early here in this one. Just 2 minutes into the ball game, 5-3 is your score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. And then a near steal, but a jump ball is going to be the call, as it will go back to the Jaguars. So Jace Crockett tightly guarded on that last jumper from the free throw line, but was able to get it go anyways. Looks like Sweet is guarding him very tightly. I'm sure that was in the game plan, as Crockett loves to shoot. So and even still on the opposite side of the ball, and he's still guarding him very, very tightly. He's not even looking at the ball right now, just face guarding him. As now the Jaguars, the rest of the team fires the 3 now for the Jaguars, Vanderwall was off the mark on that one. Olsen pulls up the 3-point line, but gets it over to Robert Adam. He'll shoot a mid-range shot. That one's no good. Near rebound by the Broncos, but tipped out as now Metzger will bring it up. Metzger to Carpenter, back to Metzger. Now in the corner is Vanderwall. And then a three-point shot from Van Wetchel. That one's no good. Rebounded by Runk. So slowing us slowed down here in the last minute. No points on the board for about a minute stretch here for either team. Getting it into Olsen. He looks to turn, shoot. Way off the mark, but a foul. Is it going to be on the ground or in the air? It'll be on the ground. So no free throws coming out. That foul going against Vanderwall. His first. So Runk will inbound, gets it to Sweet. Crockett on him. And a three-point shot from Runk. That one's left short, but rebounded by Rodney Olsen. And he'll set up the offense now. Fresh 35 on the shot clock. A nice drive by Olsen. Gets to the rim and gets 2 points. A nice drive there from Caleb Olsen. His first 2 points on the night. Averages right around 17 points a game. Crockett now with it, driving. Dishes to a teammate in the corner. Then a three-point shot underway. That one's no good, though. Three-point shot off the mark by Carpenter. As now the Broncos will set it up. So 5-5 here in this one. Not a lot of scoring going on so far. And I believe the Jaguars have shot upward or somewhere around 5 3-pointers already in this one. And connected on one of them. So now Adam, top of the key. Olsen now into Caleb Olsen. He turns, shoots, rims all the way around and out. Ball's tracked down by Carpenter. Ronnie Olsen almost came up with that. So now Crockett brings it up. Nice move, spins, dishes it now. Three-point shot, that one's good from Camden Van Wetchel. So yet another three-point shot. This one's good. To take the lead now for the Jaguars, 8-5 on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Into Robert Adam, a nice pass. He can't get that layup to go. It's two great looks passes from Caleb Olsen, but two missed layups, one by Parker Runk and one by Robert Adam. Nice drive, getting it now to the corner to Vanderwall. Three-point shot, left short, rebounded by Runk. So the Broncos on a little bit of a dry spell here on the offensive side, looking to get something to go down here. Only trail by 3 with 3 minutes left to go. Runk shoots mid-range, that one's no good. Left it short, a near save by Robert Adam, but either his foot was on the line or the ball hit the line. So the ball will belong to the Jaguars. Checking in for the Jaguars, number 3, Hunter Almaris, 5'8" senior. So now Crockett will bring it up slowly. Coach Laxdal giving some direction. Carpenter now on the wing. Doesn't take the stream from Van Wetchel. Shoots mid-range. Might have been some contact, but still gets to go anyways. Nice shot there from Brock Carpenter. Now the lead extends to 5 for the Jaguars. Sweet now gets it to Runk. Jaguars now in a man-to-man defense. Then a three-point shot, good from Parker Runk. So each team with 2 3-pointers. Parker Runk with both of his teams 3-pointers as he's up to 6 now. And you get a foul call as a little push came from Ronnie Olsen. That'll be his first foul. So now Almaris will inbound it. Looking into Crockett, nothing there. Gets it out to Crockett, he's open. Oh, I thought for sure he was going to shoot. Shoots mid-range instead. Left that one short though. Crockett wanted to shoot that 3-pointer, but pass didn't get to him quick enough. Settled for a mid-range shot and left that one short. Gets it into Olsen. Sees 3 Jaguars. Can't get that one to go as Crockett comes down with the rebound. Almost let that go out of bounds. As Crockett will bring it up now. Guarded by Sweet. Nice move in the lane. Doesn't get the layup to go though. Rebounded by Olsen as now Sweet looks to push. Doesn't see numbers, so he'll slow it up. Gets it to Olsen. And then an errant pass by Olsen trying to get it into Robert Adam. So 10-8, 2-point lead for the Jaguars. Checking in for the Jaguars, number 34, Joseph Nelson, 6'3", senior. As Crockett will bring it up slowly. About a minute and a half here in quarter number 1. Not a ton of scoring. It's a steal from Sweet. And now the Broncos will bring it up. Runk has been hot from the 3-point line. He's gone 2 for 3 so far in this one. Gets it into Adam. He looks to turn, sees 2 defenders blocked by Van Wetchel. As now he'll bring it up. looking to push a little bit. Carpenter thinks about a three, then gets it back to Van Wetchel. Now to Almaris. He looks to drive, shoots a layup, and that one's good. Nice and softly off the glass. Almaris gets that one to go. The lead now grows to 4 with just a minute here to go in quarter number 1. So Runk now gets it into Olsen. Ball's tipped and then stolen by Van Wetchel and Nelson there. Crockett looks to drive, gets a left-handed layup easily, splits 2 defenders, and that was just too easy for Jace Crockett. He's up to 4 now in the ball game. So about a 8-second difference between shot and game clock here. Ronnie Olsen thinks about a 3, but thinks otherwise. Sweet mid-range shot. That one's up, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Nelson. As now shot clock is off, so Crockett will bring it up nice and slow for the Jaguars. Just crossing half line now. 15 seconds here to go. Waiting on that last shot. They have a 6-point lead already. Hoping to grow that a little bit more. Carpenter driving on Runk. Ball's tipped. Sees 2 defenders. Tries to get it in to Nelson, but throws it off the leg of a Bronco. And it will stay with the Jaguars. 3.8 seconds here to go. So got to get a quick look off the inbound pass. Gets it into Nelson. He's looking to Almaris. Dishes it to Carpenter. I don't know if he got it off. Makes it. But ref waving it off, so that will not count. Potentially a good play there, but just couldn't get it off in time. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
Hello and welcome back to Lisbon, North Dakota. So as I predicted in the pregame show, a lot of three-pointers have been shot so far by the Broncos. They start a lot of guards and then just recently entered the senior Joseph Nelson, a 6'3 senior, so there's a little bit of a presence there in the post, as otherwise they just start forwards and guards in that starting lineup. So not a tall lineup, but they have shot a lot of threes, and so far it's given them a 6-point lead as they have only hit 2, which is the same amount as the Broncos. But obviously looking for the 3 ball are the Jaguars. Now the Broncos will start quarter 2 with the ball here. Sweet left open on the mid-range shot, and he'll make that one. He'll make him pay for that deep 2. So 4 points, the score now. Or the difference in this one, I should say. Crockett skip pass. That was actually a really good pass. I don't know how he got it there over to Vanderwall. Vanderwall now once again with it, gets a screen from Almaris. Dishes it to Nelson. Carpenter now gets a screen from Nelson. Nothing there, gets it to Almaris. Almaris thinks about a 3, looking to drive now on Olsen. Vanderwall, he'll shoot a 3, the lefty. That one's good from Colby Vanderwall, his first 3 points of the game. So once again, a 3-point attempt and a 3-point make for the Jaguars. Going down in man-to-man offense, or man-to-man defense, rather, for the Jaguars. They were in a 2-3 zone to begin the game with that smaller lineup. Now with Nelson in, they're a little more confident matching up with Caleb Olsen, who averages about 17 points per game. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It was tipped by a Jaguar, so it'll stay with the Broncos. And checking into the game now for the Broncos is Cameron Opp, the freshman, 5'9 freshman. So with Jaden Bittner out, Cameron Opp going to get some minutes here in this one for Lisbon. Opp played a little bit in that JV game. I didn't see a whole ton of it, but a skip pass from him. Runk will shoot a deep 3. That one's left a little too short. As now Carpenter's wide on the other side all by himself, but nobody saw him. Now they get it to him. Back to Crockett. He's going to shoot a really deep 3. That one's left a little too short, though. Ball's going to go hit the line. And that was off of Robert Adam, so it will stay with the Jaguars. Jace Crockett was a good 3-4 feet behind the 3-point line on that one. Carpenter gets into the lane. Ball was tipped by Olsen. Ball's going to go out of bounds. That was tipped off of Nelson, so it'll go to the Broncos. So 17-10 your score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Sorry, that's a mouthful for me. As now Sweet will bring it up. Runk now on the wing. Gets it to Robert Adam on top of the key. Now Opp. He's looking for Sweet. Gets it to him. Top of the key now. Runk on the wing. Gets it to Olsen. Top of the key. Now Opp again. Gets it to Runk. He's going to shoot from the free throw line. And that one's good. Parker Runk up to 8 points here in this one. He leads all scorers so far. He had 2 3-pointers in that first quarter. Now first 2 points for him here in quarter number 2. Now a drive by Crockett. He sees a couple defenders. Gets it to Vanderwall. Now Almaris gets a screen from Carpenter. Looking to drive. Nothing there. Gets it to Nelson, top of the key. Now Crockett guarded by Sweet. Doesn't use the Nelson screen. And then somehow gets a shot up. Rims around and goes in for Jace Crockett. He's up to 6 now here in the ball game. So a good move there by Crockett. Fade away and gets it to rim all the way around and in. And a near steal. And now a steal by Crockett. Good hustle play. As they'll now bring it up. As now Carpenter's wide open on the wing. Thinks about a 3. Now he shoots it. And that one's good. And a quick timeout from Coach Kim Mark as we're going to step aside. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
Welcome back into Lisbon, North Dakota. A 6-point lead in the first after one quarter grows now to a 10-point lead for the Jaguars as they have tied their 3-point total of makes already here in the second quarter with just under 5 minutes to go. So 2 already in this one, 2 in the first quarter. There's now Sweet with it on the wing. Sees nothing there, gets to Opp now. Runk on the wing. Into Adam, he sees 2 defenders. He goes up, gets that one to go. A strong move there by Robert Adam to push it up for his first 2 points of the game. Almaris now a 3-pointer, and that one's good. So 3-pointers are the shot of choice, and the shots that are going in so far for the Jaguars. So now Sweet thinks about a 3, gets it to Opp now instead. Runk to Caleb Olsen, and then a foul is going to be called. And it'll go against Vanderwall, his second. Checking into the game after that timeout was Landon Moser for the Jaguars, number 11, the 5'9" freshman. Now Sweet will set up the offense. Opp on the wing, gets it to Caleb Olsen, top of the key. Runk now, he'll shoot a 3 again. That one's just left a little too long, but almost rebounded, but now rebounded by Adam. Goes up, and that's easy. So 4 straight points for Robert Adam as the lead is down to 9 now. And then tip got a bounce, or a foul will be called against Cameron Opp. That'll be his first of the ball game. As Joseph Nelson will check back into the game for Vanderwall for the Jaguars. Inbounding it will be Almaris. Looking for somebody. Gets it now. Throws a little too high for Van Wetchel as the steal comes there by Robert Adam. Parker Runk now on the wing. As a 3-point shot from Caleb Olsen is too long. Rebounded by Jace Crockett. All 5'9" of them went and skied up for that rebound. Ball was kicked, but not called a kick, but finds its way out of bounds. It'll belong to the Jaguars. Checking into the ball game for the Broncos for the first time is number 34, Sam Kelson. Checking in for Caleb Olsen, giving him a quick breather before the end of the half here. Fadeaway shot, no good from Crockett, rebounded by Opp. Fell to the floor did Crockett, but no foul was called. As Opp now gets it to Kelson. Now Runk. Runk to Sweet. He'll shoot a mid-range shot, deep two. That one's left too long, but rebounded by Robert Adam for a second chance opportunity here. Sweet now thinks about a three, but we'll set it up. As now we're going to get a 3-second lane call, I believe, that is against Sam Kelson. It's either him or Robert Adam. Both of those guys were near the lane. I believe it went against the freshman, Sam Kelson. So we're approaching 3 minutes here as Moser will bring it up for the Jaguars. Crockett now on the wing, gets a screen from Nelson. Drives, fires from the mid-range, and that one hits a lot of rim, but rims out. As now Runk looks to push. Doesn't have numbers, but he'll slow it up. Thinks about a three, does Adam. Now almost a three-point shot. A nice move by Parker Runk. Gets him on the fake pass, and then has an easy layup after that. So Parker Runk now up to 10 points. Entry pass into Nelson is deflected by Kelson, out of bounds. Will belong to the Broncos. So checking back in after a really quick break is Caleb Olsen. I think only maybe a minute came off from when he checked out, but right back into the game is now Jace Crockett shoots a three. That one's no good. A little left on that one. As Sweet will bring it up. Now gets it to Runk, guarded by Carpenter. Kelson now to Opp, into Olsen. Looks to make a move, goes up, and got fouled by Nelson. So first free throws of the ball game for either team will come off the hands of Caleb Olsen. That was Nelson's first foul of the game. So Olsen's first free throw is up and good. So 1 for 1 on the game are the Broncos. Checking back into the game for the Jaguars is Jack Metzger. Checking in for Landon Moser. Olsen now second free throw. That one is also good. So 2 for 2 on that trip for Caleb Olsen. He's up to 4 points now in the ball game. 25-20 is your score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. 10-point lead was trimmed down to 5 now after that timeout from Coach Kim Mark. A little bit of scuffly, shifty little play. Nothing really happening. But now Jace Crockett drives mid-range. Shoots no good. Runk comes that way with the rebound as Kelson looks to push. But now Runk will slow it up. Loses his dribble. Gets it nearly stolen by Metzger. As now Sweet has it. Gets it to Kelson. He'll fire a three. That one's no good. Runk comes down with the rebound. Tries to go up. And we're going to get another foul. So 2 straight possessions and 2 straight foul or free throw trips for the Broncos. This one will be shot by Parker Runk after a great rebound. Skied high for that one. And then rewarded with 2 free throws now. So Parker Runk's first free throw is good. So 3 for 3 on the ball game for the Broncos so far. Checking back in is Robert Adam for Sam Kelson. A quick break for him as well. Second free throw is no good. So 3 of 4 from the line are the Broncos here in this one as they trim it down to a 4-point lead by the Jaguars. So Carpenter gets a screen from Nelson and Van Wetchel as he drives, goes up, gets some contact from Adam, but he stood straight up. So no foul was called on that one. So potential to trim it down a couple more points for the Broncos on this possession here. Just are approaching 1 minute here left in the half. A nice move by Caleb Olsen, but he can't finish on that one. Adam with the rebound, and another trip to the foul line, as this time it'll be Robert Adam. So 3 possessions, 3 trips to the foul line now for the Broncos. They have gone 3 of 4 from the line thus far. First free throw from Adam is up and no good. Exactly 1 minute left here in the ball game. Or excuse me, in the half. Still have a whole nother half of action, not the ball game. Second free throw also no good. So 0 of 2 from the line, and that time for Robert Adam. Carpenter on the wing looks to drive. Dishes it, throws a little too high. Slapping his arm, saying that he was slapped on the pass, but nothing called. As now the Broncos will set up the offense. Tries to get it in to Adam, but tipped and recovered by Sweet. As now Olsen thinks about a three, but gives it to Cameron Opp instead. Sweet now with it. He'll shoot a three. That one's left a little too long. And then some contact on the rebound. I think that will go against Robert Adam. Or no, it will go against Cameron Opp instead. That'll be his second. As now shot clock is turned off as we have 29.7 seconds left. It's Rodney Olsen checking back in and Almaris checking back in for the Jaguars. So I would expect the Jaguars to slow it up here to look for just one possession as we head into the break. So Van Wetchel now back to Metzger rather. Metzger now again with it. Crockett gets it now, 10 seconds to go, gets it to Nelson. Looking to get it back, Crockett gets a screen from Nelson. Turns, tries to get it to Nelson, a great pass. Gets it to go, does Nelson, 1 second. Fires the runk. That was no good. But a great pass there from Crockett into Nelson. As Nelson gets on the scoreboard right before the half. 27-21 is your score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation Scoreboard. We'll step aside and get you some numbers and recap of that first half. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric, powering life.
Hello and welcome back to Lisbon, North Dakota. The Jaguars firing from three at will, really, as they have hit 5 3-pointers here in the first half. 2 coming in that first quarter and 3 coming in the second quarter. And Jace Crockett hasn't really been a big factor yet in this one, only 6 points, but you expect that the focus really has been on guarding him, as Caden Sweet for the Broncos has been sticking to him like glue pretty much that whole first half. Wasn't even really looking at the ball, just face guarding Crockett to allow him not to get the ball as much as he would like. So run through some numbers here real quick. First for the Lisbon Broncos, the home team on the scoreboard. Parker Runk leading all scorers with 11 points. He hit 2 3-pointers, the only 2 3-pointers so far in the game for the Broncos. And he went 1 of 2 from the line as well. And then Robert Adam and Caleb Olson both with 4 points. And then rounding up the scoring is Caden Sweet with 2. So like I said, 2 3-pointers, both coming from Parker Runk in the first half. And then 3 of 6 from the free throw line for the Broncos. And then for the Jaguars, leading the way in scoring is Brock Carpenter with 8 points. He had 2 3-pointers. And then Jace Crockett with 6, followed by Hunter Almaris off the bench with 5. And then Colby Vanderwall and Camden Van Wetchel, each with 3 points, both coming from the 3-point line. And then rounding up the scoring, the last bucket there, last second bucket for the Jaguars coming from Joseph Nelson for his only 2 points so far in the ballgame. So 5 3-pointers, like I said, for the Jaguars so far. They have not made a trip yet to the free throw line. So 0 for 0 so far for them from the line. And I mean, being how aggressive they have been from the 3-point line, you wouldn't expect a whole bunch of fouls called. They'd only gone into the lane a handful of times. Those last 2 points coming from Nelson, he was left wide open underneath the bucket as the defense really just collapsed on Jace Crockett off the pick and roll action there. I think there were 3 defenders, maybe even 4 defenders on Jace Crockett as he, I think, once had it tipped and then finally got it into Joseph Nelson there for 2 points. And the Broncos, kudos to them as they let it grow to a 10-point lead and then brought it back down to 6 points, back to what it was after the first quarter, back to a 6-point lead coming into the break here. Could have been 4, but if it wasn't for that last second bucket, the great pass by Crockett into Nelson. And so that first quarter, the Broncos were outscored 14-8. And then in that second quarter, started off strong by the Jaguars to grow up to that 10-point lead, but it ended up being an even quarter as they each scored 13 apiece. So we'll step aside here, get you back to second half action once that starts up. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinnett. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Welcome back to Lisbon, North Dakota. Second half action just about to get underway. This ball is inbounded now to Crockett. So now a 6-point lead for the Jaguars as they begin the second half. There's now a 3-point shot once again. This one no good though. Rebound by Carpenter. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It was tipped by a Bronco, so it'll stay with the Jaguars. 3-point shot was coming off the hands of Van Wetchel. He has 1 3-pointer in the game so far. Nice entry pass in to Jace Crockett as he gets the first points on the board for the Jaguars and first points of the second half for either team. And a near steal there from Metzger, but tips it out of bounds. Good hustle play by him, but it'll stay with the Broncos. So a quick 2 points for the Jaguars, increases the lead now to 8. 29-21 is the score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. So Ronnie Olson now gets it to Adam. Now Runk with it. Olson turns, shoots, gets that one to go. A nice move, nice power move there by Caleb Olson. Lead now back to 6. He's trading buckets on the first possession. Each team was. And now driving. And then ball goes out of bounds off the leg, they say, of Robert Adam. So it will stay with the Jaguars once again. Crockett, a nice move to get into the lane, but could not get that one to go as he lost the handle. Nice entry pass into Metzger. Metzger to Vanderwall. Now Metzger once again with it. Screen from Van Wetchel. Nothing open, gets it to Vanderwall. Screen now for Carpenter. Carpenter gets it to Van Wetchel. Now out to Vanderwall. Couple seconds left. 3-point shot from Carpenter. No good. Shot clock was winding down. Kind of had to shoot that one anyways. And now the Broncos will take over. So Rodney Olson now with it, looking in to Adam. Sees nothing, drives to the left. And now Runk gets it to Adam, top of the key. Sweet now on the wing. Thinks about a 3, gets to Runk. He'll shoot mid-range. That one rims in and out. No good. As coming down the rebound was Vanderwall, and looking to push now is Crockett. And now a nice move into the lane. No good on the layup. Hits the rim and just barely. So threw off the Broncos. Vanderwall with the rebound is now Carpenter has it on the wing. Gets it into Vanderwall. Going down is Olson. They're going to probably regard that more as a flop. That's why they're calling the body call on Caleb Olson. Could have maybe let that go, and then it would have been easy 2 points for Vanderwall, but I think that was the right call indeed. There's a blocking call, first foul of the game for Caleb Olson. Crockett to Carpenter, open for three. That one's no good though. Vanderwall getting the rebound as Metzger has it, and looking to be in a lot of pain is Van Wetchel. And then ball is tipped or just lost, must have been tipped. It'll stay with the Jaguars. And looking like holding that groin area is Van Wetchel as he'll check out. Coming back into the game is Nelson for the Jaguars, the big man in the middle. A nice tip pass, a near steal from Rodney Olson, but tracking it down. Great hustle by Metzger to save the possession. And then a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Parker Runk. It will be against Parker Runk. That'll be his first of the game. So it looked like it's going to be an easy steal for Rodney Olson, but Metzger with a great hustle play to track it down and getting down on the ground to get the ball back and to save the possession for the Jaguars. So Metzger now with it, gets to Carpenter, sets a screen for him now. Nelson also a screen. Vanderwall with it. Gets it to Nelson now, top of the key. Then a skip pass, tipped by Olson, and it'll stay with the Jaguars once again. So some good defense being played by the Broncos, getting a couple tips, but just haven't gotten a steal yet. But active hands here so far on the defensive side for the Broncos. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Crockett gets a screen. It's now Almaris with it. And then not using the screen from Almaris was Vanderwall, and then throws it off the hand of Parker Runk. So yet again, another tip pass by the Broncos. 8 seconds left on the shot clock, so they're going to have a quick inbound play here to set a shot up here. Carpenter on the wing, looking to drive. Nothing there. Gets it to Vanderwall in the corner. He'll shoot a contested three, and that one's good. Not sure how Vanderwall hit that one with the hand right in his face. His second three-pointer of the game to bring his total to 6 points. Rodney Olson loses a dribble. Sweet open in the corner. He'll shoot a three. Looking to answer. Leaves that one too long. Might have just grazed the rim. But rebounded by Vanderwall, looking to push. And then just a little too strong on the pass by Crockett, trying to get it to Carpenter in the wing. So 32-23, your score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation Scoreboard in quarter number 3. Cameron Opp checking into the game for the Broncos. Sweet will bring it up. A little light pressure there from the Jaguars, but then backing off once the ball was inbounded. Sweet guarded by Crockett. Opp will shoot a three. Left that one short. Missed everything. His ball will find its way out of bounds. Back to the Jaguars it will go. Just under 4:30 here. Not a lot of scoring being done so far in this one. Just 5 points from the Jaguars and just 2 points from the Broncos so far. Three-pointer from Almaris. That one's left a little too short. Rebounded by Runk as now the Broncos will bring it up. Sweet gets it to Runk. Runk will get it into Adam on the top of the wing. Opp looking into Olson, nothing there. Gets it to Sweet now, top of the key. Runk to Caleb Olson to Opp to Sweet. Good ball movement. Three-point shot from Sweet, left short. Rebound being tipped. Nobody getting a handle on it. Now Nelson comes away with it. And then questionable call. Looked like it could have been an easy steal there by Caleb Olson, but he will get the foul called against him. Kind of wrapped around and probably slapped him on the hand. From my vantage point, it looked like a clean steal, but I'm sure there was a little bit of a slap as he came in a little aggressive on that play. So Cameron Opp checking back out as Rodney Olson will check right back in. Quick little minutes for Cameron Opp. Now bringing up the ball for the Jaguars. First time into the game is Leighton Stroman, number 5. He sees two defenders, gets it into Nelson, and a nice move by Nelson for 2 points for his 4th point of the night. Just stepped through 2 defenders, as now Coach Kim Mark will take a timeout to talk things over. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need. to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to Lisbon, North Dakota. So not a lot of scoring so far in this third quarter, but the Jaguars on a 7-2 run to start the quarter as we're just under 3:30 here in quarter number 3. So not a lot of scoring, only 7 points and 2 points, but a 5-point gain or advantage in the quarter as now Robert Adam gets 2 points to bring it to a 7-4 score in quarter number 3 as the lead is up to 9 points. It was 6 at the break. As now it was up to 11, but now brought back down to 9 after the Adam bucket. Vanderwall to Almaris. Gets a screen from Vanderwall. Looks to drive. Body hits the floor. Foul is going to go against Rodney Olson. He was the one who hit the floor. And that will be his second personal foul of the game. So just under 3 minutes, 2:48 here to go in the third quarter. Once again, not a whole ton of scoring, 7-4. Jaguars leading this quarter. 3-point shot from Carpenter, left short, rebounded by Runk. As now they will slowly jog this one up, try to set up the half-court offense. Adam now looking into Olson, gets it into him, fading away and gets it to go. So 2 straight possessions with points for the Broncos. As now they bring it back down to a 7-point deficit. So Carpenter now picks up his dribble, gets it to Vanderwall in the wing. He'll shoot a 3-pointer. That one's left too long. I think it hit glass, but no rim. And a foul is going to be called against Nelson on the rebound there. Looking to get that rebound, but got on the arm of Olson. And that will be the second foul of the game for Nelson. Now checking into the game is number 11 for the Jaguars, Landon Moser. I believe Crockett was coming back in as well as the other person checking in. Sweet now will bring it up for the Broncos, looking to set up the offense. Gives it now to Rodney Olson. Robert Adam to Parker Runk. Parker Runk looking inside, seeing nothing, gets it to Sweet on the top of the key. Rodney Olson now looking into Adam, nothing there. Gets it to Adam now, does Caleb Olson. Fadeaway shot from Adam is no good. Rebounded by Nelson. And he'll get it to Crockett, who brings it up now. So Crockett guarded by Sweet. Gets a screen now from Nelson. He uses it, but gets it now to Stroman. He's now, Moser gets it to Crockett. Crockett now looking for a screen from Nelson. Gets one, gets into the lane. Layup is no good. Saw some contact. Wide open on the fast break as Robert Adam. Greatly finding him was Parker Runk for 2 easy points. Robert Adam and Caleb Olson both with 4 points apiece in the the third quarter here. As they're both now up to 8 points. Both had 4 in the first quarter, now 4 in the first half. And then an offensive foul will be called against Nelson. That'll be his third of the game. So the Jaguars falling apart here a little bit as they're letting the Broncos get right back into it. Was an 11-point lead, and now is trimmed back down to 5. So Sweet and the Broncos looking to trim back in to that lead once more. Sweet shoots a deep 2. That one's no good. Rebounded by Runk, though. He looking to go back up. Fades away, and that's good. Parker Runk. His first points of the quarter. Coach Laxell screaming at the Jaguars to box out. Rightfully so. They've gotten a bunch of second chance opportunities. The lead is now trimmed down to just 3. So Stroman now with it. 7 seconds difference between shot and game clock. Vanderwall out to Stroman. Thinks about a 3. Drives. Gets to Vanderwall. And now Van Wetchel checking back in the game. Three-pointer up and no good. Rebounded by Runk. Shot clock off. 13 seconds here to go. They could potentially tie it here going into the fourth quarter or trail one. Nonetheless, it'll be a one-possession game. Three-point shot from Runk, left short, rebounded by Olsen. He goes up. That one's no good. Tips up. That one's off the mark as well. So a three-point lead going into quarter number 4 for the Jaguars. 34-31 is your score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation Scoreboard. We'll step aside. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric, powering life.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
Welcome back to Lisbon, North Dakota. Fourth quarter action spicing up at the end of the third quarter as the Jaguars started the quarter. Most of that quarter was a 7-2 run for the Jaguars, and then after that timeout by Coach Kim Mark, it was an 8-0 run for the Broncos as we're going to get a foul called here. That one going against Carpenter, his first. So the Broncos end up winning that quarter 10-7. And then a quick timeout by the Broncos. Coach Kim Mark must have seen something. We're going to stay here as that quarter just starting up. So as I was saying, 8-0 run after that timeout by Kim Mark. So you must have seen something once again, hopefully to spark another run like they had that last 3:30-ish of the third quarter, to bring it down to just a 3-point lead. At one point in that third quarter, it was up to 11 points, and then they brought it all the way back down to 3 points, and Parker Runk had a pretty good look with about 4 seconds left to tie it up going into the break, but just couldn't hit. And then Caleb Olsen with the rebound, also no good. So we sit at a 3-point deficit for the Broncos as they work their way back into this one after going on that 8-0 run. Parker Runk tries to throw it off the back of Van Wetchel, but is then stolen by the Jaguars. So Jace Crockett will bring it up just a couple seconds here in the fourth quarter. Coach Kim Mark was calling a timeout, and probably not the possession you would want after a timeout. Carpenter shoots mid-range. That line drive shot is good from Carpenter. He is now up to 10 points here in the ballgame, double digits. First Jaguar to reach that mark. The only other player in the ballgame with double-digit points is Parker Runk at 13, and there's a three-pointer from Parker Runk, left short, tracked down by Caleb Olsen. Fresh 35 on the shot clock. Rodney Olsen now with it. He dishes to Caleb Olsen. Runk at the three-point line on the wing, gets it to Sweet. Now Rodney Olsen on the wing. Robert Adam now shoots a deep three-pointer foot on the line. Rebounded by Caleb Olsen. He goes up and one! Listen to the crowd. They love that. Caleb Olsen and one for his 10th point. Possibility for the 11th point of the ballgame for him. A great rebound. 2 rebounds, offensive rebounds on that trip for Caleb Olsen. And that time rewarded for it. Gets the bucket and one. That foul went against Camden Van Wetchel, his second of the game. So free throw coming for Olsen. That one is also good. Now the lead is down to just 2. Moser will bring it up for the Jaguars. Crockett doesn't use the Nelson screen. Now uses it. Gets it to Van Wetchel. And now Moser with it. Shoots mid-range from the free throw stripe. No good. And then tipped away by Crockett to get that rebound. So fresh 35 for the Jaguars. Moser to Carpenter. Back to Moser. Back to Carpenter. A little two-man action there. Carpenter gets it now to Van Wetchel. Gets it in to Nelson. Sees a couple of Broncos three-pointer. That one's left off to the right there for Van Wetchel on the three-point opportunity. Runk with rebound. So now the Broncos have a chance to tie or take the lead here on this possession. Runk, free throw line, gets it to Sweet. Now Adam, top of the key. Back to Olsen on the wing. And then a 3-second call going against Caleb Olsen, so a turnover there on that one. As Almaris will check back into the game for Landon Moser. So there's a chance to tie, and then unfortunately the turnover on the 3-second call by Caleb Olsen and the Broncos. So just under 6 minutes here. A low-scoring affair so far. Both teams average right around 55 points a game, 54.5 for the Broncos and 56.8 for the Jaguars. Jump shot no good from Crockett. Left a little short. Rebound by Sweet. Nearly lost his pivot foot, but we'll bring it up now. Olsen to Adam, looking into Caleb Olsen. Runk now on the wing, gets it to Caleb Olsen. He'll make a move, turns, shoots, blocked, but fouled by Nelson. And that'll be his fourth. So foul trouble for Nelson, as we still have just under 5.5 minutes to go. So Nelson will have to be careful the rest of the way. He isn't a starter, but he plays a lot of minutes. I'm guessing you might be able to see Vanderwall on your screen there. He'll be checking into the ball game. That free throw, no good by Caleb Olsen. He was perfect from the line up until that point. 3 of 3, now 3 of 4 from the line. That free throw also no good. And then rebound almost tracked down by Runk, and then a trap on Vanderwall, but he gets out of it, gets to Almaris. He'll step into a 3. That one's left a little too long though. And then two Broncos fight over the rebound. Parker Runk and Robert Adam need to communicate on that one, as the the Jaguars will take over. That's okay. And then getting it into Crockett. And then fouled. Didn't see a lot of contact there, but going to the line is Crockett. Good play on the inbound to get it nice and close to the rim. That first free throw good for Crockett for his 9th point of the ball game, increasing the lead now to 3, 37-34. Make that 38-34 on your Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. So perfect from the line for Crockett to get him up to 10 points. So the second Jaguar to reach double-digit points now in the scorer's column. Runk now on the wing, just under 5 minutes. Adam to Olsen, looking into Caleb Olsen is Rodney Olsen. Runk now guarded by Carpenter, steps back, deep 2, hits the right side of the rim and no good. As now Crockett will bring it up. Crockett now guarded by Sweet, looking to slow it up is Crockett and the Jaguars. Crockett gets it back, drives, left-handed, blocked by Caleb Olsen in the crowd. The student section loving that block. They're getting into that. Nice block by Caleb Olsen on Jace Crockett. Still a 4-point ball game. Crockett now back with it. Nice move, getting it into Vanderwall. Bucket and one. A great pass from Crockett. Great move to get in there, and then slips it right in to Vanderwall as he scores his 8th point of the night with an opportunity to get his 9th from the line. So a 6-point lead now for the Jaguars. Vanderwall looking to make it 7, but he can't. But ball's tipped by Olsen and going to Carpenter, as a full timeout will be called by Coach Waxtel of the Jaguars. So we'll step aside here quick. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
Action just about to start back up here. Not really a great rebounding by the Jaguars, but just kind of unfortunate rebounding by the Broncos. Sets up this new possession for the Jaguars off that missed free throw by Vanderwall. There's now Carpenter looking to drive, gets it to Van Wetchel, guarded now by Adam. Trying to get it to Crockett, but guarded tightly by Sweet. As now Vanderwall gets it from Van Wetchel. Now Almaris has it, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Shoots up a shot, but foul is going to be going on the ground there. So no free throws coming for Almaris. Or I guess they will call it a shooting foul, or excuse me, it'll be a 1-and-1. So foul was still on the ground. Foul going against Rodney Olson, his third. So Almaris shooting a 1-and-1, makes the front end of that 1-and-1, so he'll be rewarded with one more free throw. That was his 6th point of the ball game. So the Jaguars' first free throws came from Jace Crockett, and they came here in the 4th quarter. So finally starting to get to the line and being rewarded, as they have one miss so far, or just one miss from the free throw line, going 4 of 5 so far. And one miss Vanderwall, and then getting the rebound for the Jaguars. Now trying to get into Olsen, but then tipped by Vanderwall and getting on the floor, and then Almaris picks it up. Fast break opportunity, layup up, almost gets that to go, but fouled by Sam Kelson. So Almaris will go back to the line. Great hustle play there by Colby Vanderwall to set up these foul shots. It will be 2 shots. First free throw good for Almaris. Second free throw coming. Lead potentially could grow to 10 here on this free throw, as it will. 4 of 4 from the line for Almaris on back-to-back trips there to grow the lead now back to 10. They were up to 11 at one point in this ball game, but now back to 10 as the Broncos had it trimmed down to 2 just not too long ago. As Sweet now with it, 3:20 to go here. Sam Kelson looking to drive, looking to shoot. That one's left short, gets his rebound though, and he'll dribble it out. Gets it to Parker Runk now. Into Olsen, I don't know how that pass got through, but then he leaves that layup opportunity just a little too short. A great look at the basket, but just left it a little too short, did Caleb Olsen. A great entry pass by Runk to set that up. Just unfortunate for the Broncos there. Vanderwall to Almaris, sets a screen, does Vanderwall for Almaris. As now Crockett will come get it, looking to drive on Sweet, spinning. Finds a couple of defenders, loses the handle. And now Almaris gets it to Crockett, wide open from the wing. He shoots. That one's no good though. Tracked down by Runk. As the Broncos, if they ever needed a bucket, they really need one now. So Kelson now with the ball, gets it to Runk. He'll shoot a 3. That one's left a little too short. Tracked down by Carpenter. So no points there on the possession. Still a 10-point lead, 44-34 on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. Coach Blackstall will take another timeout as we'll step aside. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome to the Lisbon Clinic of Mobility Plus Rehab, where your mobility is our top priority.
We can provide occupational therapy here locally in your hometown and help you recover from a work injury or a neurological deficit.
Here at Mobility Plus, we customize every evaluation, treatment, and goals for each individual. Every goal is different, whether in sports, walking, or returning to work.
At Mobility Plus Rehab, we are a part of the community. The people in the community are the people that we serve.
So back to action here, 2:09 here to go. Nelson checking back in for the Jaguars. He has 4 fouls, so something to watch there. The Broncos really need to stop here on this one. Nelson getting it. Bucket and one! And look at Nelson. He is excited about that one. That is a big bucket for the Jaguars as the lead grows now to 12. Nelson just checking in and making a big play for the Jaguars, getting the bucket and one. So the lead growing now to 12. He really got into that one, screaming after that bucket. I don't blame him, as that was a big one here in the game. Free throw could make it a bigger lead yet. Then rebounded by Vanderwall off the miss. So missed free throw, probably the better thing that happened to him, better than the make, because they got the rebound and they can waste some more time, can the Jaguars. So once again, the Broncos need a stop here if they want to get back into the ballgame. Playing some tighter defense here on this possession, looking to trap if the ball gets into the corner. Vanderwall was able to get out of that last trap, as now Almaris had to pick up his dribble. Crockett, a couple seconds left on the shot clock, throws up a shot, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go off of Runk. So potentially could waste another 35 seconds, could the Jaguars, as they have a fresh 35 because the ball hit the rim and then was off of Runk, staying with the Jaguars. So that and one bucket by Nelson might have been the dagger that the Jaguars needed to put this one to bed. Nonetheless, we still have 1:20 here to go, so the ball game's not over. Broncos just really need to stop here on this one. Maybe even a steal could really spark something for them. Almost tipped by Adam, but getting it to Almaris in the corner. Is now Crockett will set up, see 2 defenders high. Gets it stolen, so a good stop by the Broncos. They need a bucket quick here to trim it down either to 10 or to 9 here. 3-point shot from Adam. Big time shot from Robert Adam. Trimming it down to 9. They needed that one. Quick timeout from Kim Mark. We'll step aside. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Welcome back. Lisbon, North Dakota, 46-37, your score on the Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. A big 3 there by Robert Adam to trim it back down to single digits. But on that last possession, last couple possessions, if you will, the missed shots, the rebounds, just a great offensive possession by the Jaguars, getting multiple rebounds, taking a bunch of time off the game clock after getting that N1 shot from Nelson, and then the rebound off that, and then a couple more rebounds. I believe they had 1 or 2 to waste. Well over a minute and a half on the clock, as now you see full court defense being played by the Broncos, hoping to get a steal. Getting up to Almaris and breaking that press. Now a trap. You see the Broncos moving all over the place. Crockett way up by the half-court line. Tightly guarded by Sweet. Now he loses him a little bit to avoid that 5-second call. Driving now is Crockett, and then a foul will be called. Probably needed to foul in that situation, did the Broncos. Foul will go against Cameron Opp, his 3rd. So free throws will come for Jace Crockett. It will be a double bonus, so he will get 2 free throws. That first free throw good for Jace Crockett to remain perfect in the game. 3 for 3 for him from the line. 29 and a half seconds to go. No shot clock for the remainder of the game. Second free throw also good for Jace Crockett to bring it back to an 11-point game as Sweet will bring it up. They need a three-pointer right away. Looking for Runk, can't get it to him. Sweet now. They're taking a little too much time here on this possession. They need to get a shot up here quickly. Three-point shot from Runk. That one's no good. Kelson goes up off the rebound, no good. Runk crashing in for a rebound. Tipped loose. Sweet now with it. Then stolen now. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Crockett will dribble it out. Northern Cass fans are celebrating as they will take this one with a score of 48-37 on your Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. We'll step aside. Once again, thank you to Jack Olson for running the camera for me. We'll step aside here, come back with a recap of the game and some numbers. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 43,000 participants here in North Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Life. It's game nights, bedtime stories, binge watching your favorite shows, baking up a family tradition, and staying connected with those you love. It happens day and night, on weekdays and weekends, on everydays and holidays, with family, friends, and neighbors. And whether it's on their street, your street, or even our street, we're there. Cass County Electric. Call us at 701-356-4400 and visit us at CassCountyElectric.com. Cass County Electric. Powering life.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app. And as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remains. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company.
Your Nodak Insurance rep in Lisbon is Lee Falk.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
Hello, welcome back to Lisbon, North Dakota. They say basketball is a game of runs, and this one really was that, a game of runs. The Jaguars started up, I guess the first quarter wasn't much of that story, but leading after the first quarter by 6 were the Jaguars, and then they started the second quarter on a 7-2 run, and then the Jaguars came right back and went on a little run of their own. And then in that third quarter, it was the Jaguars once again starting off hot, and then an 8-0 run by Lisbon to get right back into it, only trailed by 3 after 3 quarters, had a chance to be tied with the 3-point shot off the mark by Runk to go into the 4th quarter. And then just a bunch of offensive rebounds, a bunch of made free throws by the Jaguars there in the 4th quarter. Their first free throw attempt didn't even come until the 4th quarter when the Broncos got in a little bit of foul trouble, being in the 1-and-1 bonus and then the double bonus there at the end of the game. And for the Jaguars, it wasn't any one player who really stood out scoring-wise. Just everybody just played a well-rounded game to solidify that win for them, as only 2 scorers broke double digits, that being Jace Crockett and Brock Carpenter, and then a couple other scorers up around that area. But just an all-around balanced team effort by the Jaguars to get it done. The Broncos were really in it the whole ball game. They tied in the 2nd quarter at 13 apiece for the Jaguars and for the Broncos, and the Broncos won the 3rd quarter, winning it 10-7. But then the Jaguars won the 1st quarter and the 4th quarter by 6 and 5 respectively, as they end up winning the game 48-37 on your Mobility Plus Rehabilitation scoreboard. So running through some numbers for you real quick. The Broncos, first for the Broncos, their leading scorer and the leading scorer of the game was Parker Runk with 13, and then followed by both Robert Adam and Caleb Olson with 11 apiece. And then rounding up the scoring, it's only 4 players scoring for the Broncos. Rounding up the scoring was Caden Sweet with 2. The Broncos hit 1 3-pointer. That one coming from Robert Adam down in the last couple of minutes there. And that 3-pointer was a big 3-pointer, but under a minute, trimmed it down to 9. This wasn't enough time to come back in that one, or in this one, for the Broncos, but a big 3-pointer, a much-needed 3-pointer after the Jaguars got a couple offensive rebounds to waste about a minute and a half of game time, as only had a minute to work with after being down by 12. Trimmed it to 9, ended up losing by that 11 points. And then they went 1 of 3 from the free throw line, so not a lot of opportunities there in the second half. 4 of 9 total from the free throw line in the game, so just below 50% for the Broncos. As for the Northern Cast Jaguars, leading scoring for them was Jace Crockett with 12, followed by Brock Carpenter with 10, and then Hunter Almaris off the bench with 9, and then Colby Vanderwall with a couple big buckets in both the 3rd and 4th quarter with 8 points. Then Joseph Nelson with that big and 1 opportunity, missed the free throw, but that big momentum-changing bucket to put him up 12 in the 4th quarter. He finished with 6, and then rounding up the scoring, 3 points for Camden Van Wetchel. The Jaguars hit 1 3-pointer in that second half, focused more on the inside game, and hit a couple free throws as well in that second half, as where the first half they were focused mostly on that three-point line, shooting a bunch of 3-pointers. They hit 5 in that first half, so 6 3-pointers in total. They did not shoot, once again, they didn't shoot any free throws until that 4th quarter. They went 8 of 9, so nearly perfect from the free throw line. So they went 8 of 9 from the game, or for the game, from the line. So the Northern Cast Jaguars will improve to 8-7, so get above 500 now instead of being at exactly 500. Didn't want to fall below 500, so a big win for the Jaguars, as they also improve now to 4-2 in the region. And their next game will be against it will come against Winmere Lidgerwood on Thursday. And then as for the Broncos, they fall now to 5-8 and 4-5 now in the region, hoping for the Broncos to go above 500 in Region 1 action, but unfortunately they will slip below at that 4-5. Their next game will be against Maple Valley on Friday, which I will be at once again. Your live event will be at that game. It is in Maple Valley, so we will be at that game once again, hoping that the Broncos can get back into the winner's column, as now they are on a 2-game losing streak after losing to Ellendale also on Saturday. So once again, a special thank you to Jack Olson for running camera for me, and thanks for watching this production of YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Jacob Tenson, and once again, a big thank you to our sponsors, the Liberty Plus Rehabilitation Scoreboard, along with everybody else who is sponsoring us. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. So once again, thanks for watching YourLiveEvent.com.